Hi, cup and card friends. Welcome back. It's Linda Z. It's that time to grab your cuppa, sit back, and watch this video deck walkthrough of the Tarot of Tides, The Adventures of a Duck Named Bob by Stephen Hutton. This is a two-part box. It is a US Games deck. This is a mass market deck. And when I saw this, I don't even know how I saw this. But I was like, I had to have it. This looks, first of all, I love all things beachy, all things ocean. But to see a tarot deck made about a little rubber ducky, how can you not want to get this deck? It is so cute. So here's the side. I love how there's all different kinds of things all over the deck, or all over the box. There's a bear sleeping with him. Okay, so let's see. Tarot of Tides tells the tale of a small toy duck called Bob who was forgotten at the beach one day. As the fool of the tarot, Bob sees the world through innocent, unbiased eyes as he navigates the seven seas. The tides carry him to far-flung and varied landscapes where he encounters a menagerie of fantastic creatures who contribute to the little duck's epic adventures, shaping his perspective along the way. Lovers of whimsy and wonder will delight in the detail-rich fantasy artwork. Each card is a miniature world brimming with emotion, symbolism, and enchanting surprises waiting to be discovered. This is a 78-card deck with a 164-page guidebook with delightful narratives, upright and reversed card meanings, and instructions for 4 insightful card spreads. So let's take a look at the box. And again, as we pull it open, look, it's still marbled with all the colors. Nothing inside. And let's look at the guidebook. So this is the guidebook. It's thick. It's small. It's, it's the same size as the tarot deck. And here we go. Tarot of Tides. Illustrated and written by Stephen Hutton. We have our introduction. And then it goes right into the cards. So here it starts out with the Fool. It tells us about Bob, the upright meanings, and then about the Fool, reversed. And then it gives us a little more information about our little rubber ducky friend. There are no color pictures. And then at the back of the book, we have Bob's life belt, Neptune's trident, and then we have a card spread probing into the heart of it, around the rocks, and about the creator. Love the little guidebook. Okay, so here are the cards. Here are the back of the cards. It is glossy, not super glossy, but still shiny nonetheless. And I love that it's like a whirlpool. They're very, very thin, very flexible. If you are a ruffle shuffler, you will not have an issue doing that. So let's take a look at our cards. Okay. Now, I have not used this deck yet. I've pulled a couple of cards out for some, when we're doing our card of the day kind of thing. I think I used one for the Queen of Pentacles or something like that. So, but here we have the Fool. Here we see he was left at the beach. The tides come in and he's getting ready to be pulled out. And it looks like we have mermaids or mer people. Here, this one here, he even has tentacles. I don't know if you can see that there's tentacles that, so she's a mermaid and I'm not exactly sure what that is. But, they're curious, like, who is this or what is this? So I think that is kind of interesting. The Magician. And I find this is kind of neat that this is holding the rubber ducky, almost like this. As soon as it got into the water, this creature here turned back into an octopus maybe and grabbed him. But here we see our cup. We have a pentagram. We have a little magician statue down here. There's a lot of information in the cards, so it's quite interesting. Here's our high priestess. Absolutely gorgeous. Love how we have our line of angelfish here, our orca. We have, instead of columns, we have this side of her and that side of her. The Empress, which I don't know how all of a sudden we went from underwater to him floating on top of the water, but maybe the octopus let him go. But here we see the bee. Let's see. And then we're back in the water. And we have the rubber ducky. We have Neptune. Or is this Poseidon? We'll have to look at the book later and find out. Sorry for flipping back and forth with my hands. We're just moving these along. The Hierophant. Love that they have keys. He's floating on the water. You can see the underside of him. The Lovers. Super cute. I guess there was another little ducky that was left at the beach. The Chariot. This reminds me of Jetson and Flotsam from The Little Mermaid, how it's two of them. But look, he's stuck in seaweed in a little car. That is super cute. Strength. Love this. And look, we even have one down here, like a reflection, but not quite. The Hermit. Love, love, love this card. And it's interesting how he's the claw and he's holding this chain. The Wheel of Fortune. It's a whirlpool. And if you look down here, we see a lion and a scorpion. And we have a pipe. So there's, like I said, there's a lot of detail in these cards when you really sit down and look at these. Justice. And this is fascinating because they're on a balancing beam almost. And he's carrying this huge rock, all this weight. Fabulous. The Hanged Man. Poor little Teddy. Upside down. Look at all the things that were tied to the railing of this. Death. How fabulous is this card? Look, shark back there, a thing coming out. Just really great. Temperance. And see here are the cups down here. She's not even holding the cups. But look, it's coming from her head, like it's her hair wrapping around her. The Devil. And he swallowed Bob. You can see him there, and here's the chain. But look, we have a little angel down here. And in the back, you see more teeth, like maybe there's a bigger fish going to eat that fish. The Tower. Perfect card. Tidal wave coming in. Looks like Bob's going to have another little friend out there with him. The Star. Gorgeous. But look, we have the lighthouse that could also be our beacon of hope. The Moon hiding behind these storm clouds. The Moon. And a little, maybe a mermaid child coming in, looking at the duck. We see the bear claw from Strength. And we have the crab, Cancer the crab, and more people. And she's holding a sword. So again, so much detail is in the cards. Here's the sun. And here's our little friend down here. And look, there's a hand getting ready to grab him. Judgment. Look at the size of that eye. And all of these things are in here. If you really look at this, here's all the teeth. There's death. There's the Hanged Man. There is the Lovers. I mean, it's just, you know, just because a deck is cute doesn't mean that it's not meaningful. I mean, this is really fascinating. Here's the World with all his little ducky friends. Maybe this is where all the ducks go to live once they've been left at the beach. And now we go into the Wand suit. Now this starts out with the court cards. It goes King, Queen, Knight, Page, and then we will go into them. So here we have the King of Wands. And I'm always looking for Bob. Somewhere in here, I'm always just looking for him. But I think this is a fabulous strength card. The Queen of Wands. And see, he's tucked away, hidden right there. The Knight of Wands. It's almost like the Where's Waldo of cards, except for it's Bob. The Page of Wands. He's hidden down here. Love that we have the fire symbol on here. The Ace of Wands. And here's a fish looking up at the ace. But look, there's fire in the background. Awesome. Awesome. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. And again, I think he's tucked in right there. Four of Wands. Where do we see him? There he is. Doink. Okay. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. Love the detail. Seven of Wands. And look at this seagull defending himself. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Love that it's this big yak. Okay. Okay, now we're in Cups. Okay, we have our King of Cups. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Love how it's coming from the heart. Page of Cups. Ace. And he's tipped over the cup here. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Awesome, he's actually sitting on all of them. Bob's tucked away back here. Five of Cups. Aww, the little eggs. Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. This reminds me of the Little Mermaid with all the trinkets that she has. 10 of Cups. Okay, King of Swords. Poor little Bob. Queen of Swords. Absolutely beautiful. Knight of Swords. Love that we have a seal on here, but now we're in the belly of this ship. Page of Swords. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Look at that snake. Three of Swords. Instead of it showing a heart being pierced, we have him just looking very sorrowful. He's not pierced. And a feather falling. Four of Swords. And it's interesting because in the sword suit, I don't see Bob. Oh, there he is here. But let's look here at the ace. Where is he? I don't see him. 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords. There he is on the rock. 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Love the dolphin. 9 of Swords. And we see here his reflection. Look, there's teeth. Wow. 10 of Swords. Oh my. Okay, and this is the last of them. Here's the King of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Yes, this is the one that we used the other day for the Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. And again, where is Bob? I don't see him in a couple of these. 2 of Pentacles. And here we have our snake, and they're like the eggs, but I love that it's giving the infinity symbol. Or it's not necessarily the Ouroboros because he's not eating his tail. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Love this, so super cute. 5 of Pentacles. I thought this was really interesting, money down here in the grate like that. 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 8. 9 of Pentacles. And 10 of Pentacles. How awesome is this? Okay, so I put mine into piles because I do not riffle shuffle my cards because I don't want to bend them. I treat my cards with the utmost respect, and I'm not saying that doing that is wrong. I just want to just keep them as pristine as possible, even though I know that's what we're supposed to do, is use them. That's what they're there for, is for us to use. So, okay, let's ask Spirit to show us what card we want to be seen today. And asks Spirit, let's do a little tarot reading. What is our energy of the day? Yes, what is our energy of the day? What is our energy card of the day? And why is this here? Why is this here? Oh my, oh my. And then how do we handle this? How do we, okay. Oh, wow, cards are just popping everywhere. All right. And let's put these away. Okay, so our energy card of the day is the Chariot. Dun, 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 dun. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, Chariot is about being driven, using our willpower. Where are we going? What are we doing? So let's see. Base says, let's read the book because it's quite interesting. It says, 2 mighty rivers enter the sea at Dragon Bay, creating opposing currents. Snagged between them and tangled in their whiskers, Bob rides a raft of debris like a chariot. If he can only harness their power, they'll carry him as far as he wishes to go. Upright, it means willpower, focus, overcoming obstacles, and controlling one's direction. And it goes on to give further information, actually a lot of information. But yes, we have willpower. What direction are we going in? This is about movement. And so today is about movement. And how are we handling this? We have the Page of Pentacles. This is a cute little squirrel guy. So let's see what the guidebook says about our page. And for me, the page is about bringing us some good news. The Page of Pentacles has just one aim: to recover as many coins as possible. Gifted with unmatched agility, he words are hard this morning. Effortlessly scampers through the branches of this white poplar, locates an age-softened bow, and wedges the coin safely in place, ready to return them to the king later. This is about hard work pays off, industrious nature, motivation, energy, and ambition. And then our last card, and how are we handling this? Oh, Judgment. Okay, this is about rebirth, awakening. And let's see what Bob is up to here. A Leviathan rises, and in its dispassionate eye, Bob reflects on his journey and all he's learned so far, and all he has yet to learn. This is about self-awareness, self-appraisal, lessons learned and applied, and vindication. Feeling greatly satisfied with your spiritual evolution and confident enough to admit where further lessons are needed. Interesting. It says there here, the rusted hook embedded in the Leviathan's jaw shows where other souls have fought or denied self-judgment, and thus denied themselves the opportunity of staring life right in the eye. Validated, enlightened, Bob is ready to move on to the next level of discoveries, joys, and triumphs. So let's look at all of this together. So we have our Chariot as our energy of the day. This is about our willpower and moving forward. And here we have our Page. This is energy. This is about finances. Pentacles are all about the materialistic things. And he's a squirrel, and he's hiding these away for something for the future. And then we have Judgment. And this is about rebirth. And this is about looking at things and let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. So this is not an easy one. We have, this just one isn't an easy one. I really got to think about this because that scroll, I mean, we have a lot going on here. And, okay, so I see willpower here. And this is about, what are we going to do? What movement, what direction are we going in? Where are we going? Why are we doing it? Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this is our energy, and this is, why is this here? Maybe we're trying to save something, but the Page is about bringing us good news. So maybe this is bringing us news of a gain, a financial gain. But then this Judgment card, this is a big thing here. This is an archetype. So this is telling me we need to really look at things. We need to really step back and say, okay, is the direction we're going in right? Is the direction that we're going in, is it because I want it or because I need it? I mean, we're looking at here at all the past things that have happened. So we need to make sure that you're making the right decision about what it is that we're saving this money for. I mean, the Page here is about hard work, and you're working for it, but why is it here? What is it that you're working for? And is it the right thing? So I hope you enjoy this video. And our little walkthrough of the Tarot of Tides, the adventures of a duck named Bob. And I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And I will post these cards down in the description of the 4 Facebook groups. I hope you join one or all of them. They're great. We do all kinds of exercises, tarot exercises. The moderators are fabulous. They're always doing lots of new things. On one of the groups, we're actually doing practices. It's called Tarot Buddies. And yeah, they're all 4 awesome groups. They're my favorite. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Sending love and light. Bye.